Hello, welcome to Why Busy Professionals Need Plexus. My name is Latoya Silmon, and I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. Now, that may not mean much to you right now, but we're going to explain a little bit more about what that is. In short, we have 8 positions in the company, 8 different ranks, and I've made it to the 5th rank, so I'm pretty proud of that. My story started out like a lot of other people's stories in Plexus, just sheer desperation. It was December of 2013, and I was just sick as a dog, quite literally. I was working as a news reporter in Dallas, and I worked the morning show. That meant that I was getting up at 2:30 in the morning every single day. And I was out in the craziest of elements: snow, sleet, rain, extreme wind, you name it. I was the person out there, almost about to blow away. And that, coupled with the fact that I wasn't sleeping properly, that my body clock was off because I was getting up so early in the morning and then going to bed so early at night, my immune system just took a big hit. I was constantly getting colds, constantly getting the sniffles, constantly just not feeling right. And really the last straw came right before New Year's. I got swine flu. And swine flu is pretty serious. It's literally the worst thing that has ever happened to me health-wise, and it knocked me out and knocked me down for 2 weeks. I missed 2 weeks of work. And so I really knew that something had to give. So fast forward, I go back to work in the new year in 2015, and a PR friend of mine who would come on the show told me that I needed to work with a health coach. And I was like, well, what is a health coach? And she explained, they can help you with your nutrition and find out where you have deficiencies. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to pay someone to tell me how to eat fruits and vegetables. Like, I already know that. I have a personal trainer. I'm paying that person a pretty good penny. I run half marathons. I'm too busy to meet with this person. No, I'm not going to do it. And she was like, just meet with her. I mean, what do you have to lose? I mean, the fact that you have gotten so sick is reason enough. And I was like, okay, you're right. So I went ahead and met with Pollock, who you'll be hearing from in just a few minutes. And the first thing she did after giving me like a long interview and kind of asking me about how I was feeling, how I ate, and so forth and so on, she handed me some Plexus Slim. And we'll be talking about that in a minute. And this product, I thought, okay, I've tried everything else. Why not try this? She told me it would help me with my immune system. And I said, okay, well, we'll figure it out. If I get sick, I guess it didn't work. Well, in about a week and a half, I noticed that I had more energy. But it wasn't like the crazy energy that I was getting from Monsters and 5-Hour Energies. Because, by the way, I was taking those multiple times every single day. Because, again, I was a busy professional. And I needed to get through this crazy shift. It was like a sustained energy, and I started sleeping better, which was huge because I was accustomed to sleeping when I needed to be up and up when I needed to be sleeping. I mean, it was just, I was all over the place. And so I was like, well, what is this stuff? Let me do some more research. And so I found out that Plexus had an array of products, and they have about 15 now. And some of them help with gut health, and they help with inflammation and some of the other issues that I was facing, and they could actually help my family. Y'all, half my family suffers from one thing or the other. And so I quickly, like a good reporter, spreaded the news and got on the phone with them and started telling them about, hey, I found this stuff. My health coach has told me about it, and this is what it's done for me thus far, but maybe it could help you with some of the things you're going through. And lo and behold, it started to help them. I was just really primed to get help because, for one, I wanted to keep my job, and I wanted to be healthy as possible so that I could get through, sometimes 12-hour shifts. But the other thing, I really wanted to help my family because we really didn't know that there was a way to help them besides them making a lot of trips to the pharmacy, a lot of trips to the doctor, and sometimes to the hospital. So I really just became invested in trying to help me and my family. And we started just seeing some great miraculous results. Some of them started making less trips to the pharmacy. In fact, some of them now don't go to the pharmacy at all. That's how great these products have been for them. And so I was hooked in more ways than one. And still didn't kind of see that this could be a business yet, but I knew one thing. I loved Plexus. It had just done so much for me. I didn't even need to really lose that much weight, but I ended up losing like 27 pounds. And people were like, you lost 27? Did you have room for that? And I was like, clearly, because it went away. So long story short, Pollock, who you'll hear from again in a minute, she said, hey, we need to talk, because I was signing up family members. They were getting on the product. They were having great results. And she was like, let's talk about this business. And she went over the comp plan, and hey, it's hard to shock a news reporter. I mean, we've seen it all up close and personal, and my jaw dropped, because I didn't even realize the opportunity that I was sleeping on, like quite literally. When she explained the comp plan for these products I already love, that I was already telling the people that I love the most about, I was like, wow, there's something to this. The only problem was I was a product, so I couldn't really promote another product. So I had to do a lot of soul searching and a lot of prayer, and came to the conclusion that I wanted to do both. So I went into my news director and told them about this great thing. I was like, remember how you were always complimenting me? It's because of this stuff called Plexus. And they were like, oh yeah, we're so proud of you. That's great. Way to take charge and change your health around. And we have noticed. And I told them, well, I want to tell other people about it. And they were like, halt. They really didn't want me to do that, because again, I had a contract with them and they owned my image. And so long story short, I made a very tough decision to walk away from my 14-year broadcast journalism career almost a year ago. And I decided, okay, I have to tell the masses about this. And I've just been so blessed by that. Not only was I able to pay off my car early, go on vacations that most people just dream about going on, and have the time freedom, because time is a crazy thing, right? But I was able to help people in a way that just really filled my heart and filled my soul. And you know, it was one of those things that some people might say, oh my gosh, how could you do that? I'm like, how could I not? You know, I mean, when you really know that you're impacting people, and you can really help people not only with their health, but also help them with their finances, that has been tremendous to see other people be able to build a financial wall around their families. And many of us doing it while we're busy professionals. I was able to really just turn around my health and really start to affect my finances in a way, even when I was working crazy hours. So for that reason alone, I know that this is a great opportunity, and I know that it works, because trust me, if it wasn't going to work for someone, it was going to be the girl who was still getting up at 2:30 in the morning, who was still standing on the side of the road, freezing or in the rain. I really owe it all to Kim Wilson Pollock, because and to my friend Michelle, who introduced me to Kim, because she really showed me that there is a better way. There is a better way to live. You don't have to be tired all the time. You don't have to be hungry all the time. I mean, she believes in eating real food. And so she just really helped me get healthy from the inside out. And then she changed not only the trajectory of my health, but my family's health as well. And of course, our finances. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to one of my besties. I used to be her health coaching client, and now she's one of my best friends. Her name is Kim Wilson Pollock. Sweetest person ever. You're going to love her.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Toy, for that amazing introduction. I have a confession. I am addicted to being busy. I've been a busy professional my entire life. I have always been driven. I've always been ambitious. I've always been very competitive. And it was interesting when I first started Plexus, because I wasn't sure how I was going to fit it in. In fact, at the time, I think I owned my own advertising sales firm. I had just started my health coaching company, and I was going to add Plexus into the mix. And one thing about me is I am not afraid of taking on as much as possible, but I too do tend to get a little bit stressed out sometimes because I do that. But as a busy professional, here's what I know. Busy people know how to get stuff done. Am I right? We just figure it out. Whatever people throw at us, we handle it. And I definitely recommend anybody out there who is looking for a little bit more time freedom in their life to give the Plexus business a try. So I want to tell you a little bit about my story, because I actually didn't start Plexus for the business. I started for the products. So 2.5 years ago, I joined Plexus because I was grieving. I had just lost 3 family members within 3 weeks of each other, right around Christmas. And this was 2 years after losing my mom to ovarian cancer. I was a mess. I was tired. I was sad. I was unmotivated. I felt very unfocused, which was not like me as a busy entrepreneur who owned 2 companies. And as a health coach, I knew what to do. I knew that if I ate more dark leafy greens, my energy would increase. I knew that if I got outside and exercised, my energy would improve. But all I wanted to do was sit on that couch and shove my face with sugar. Anyone been there? Yeah. It was right around that time that a friend introduced me to Plexus, and I was skeptical. I scoured the ingredients, but I finally did put my skepticism aside, and I tried the pink drink, the ProBio 5, the BioCleanse, and the Plexus Accelerator. And after about a month on the Plexus products, everything changed. I got my happy back. I started feeling all this energy. Suddenly I was motivated to do all the things that I had been thinking about, and my positive attitude returned. So the number one thing that I love about Plexus and how it's changed my life is really best summed up in one word, and that is freedom. The time freedom to do what I want, when I want, which wasn't the case when I was owning an advertising sales company. That just did not happen. And now I have the financial freedom to pursue any dream, no matter how big, without having to worry about paying the bills. And that is something that us busy people really stress out about. And the fact that I get to help people is just, it's icing on the cake. I have helped thousands of people improve their health. I'm helping moms stay at home with their kiddos. I'm helping dads spend more time with their families. Plexus, the business and the products, can change everything. So I want to tell you a little bit more about the products because they are extraordinary. And for me and for Latoya, as you heard her story, it always starts with the products. And I want to give a little bit of background because it's important to understand why people love these products. And that is because we have a lot of health complaints in this country. We have food cravings and bloating and fatigue and weight gain, poor sleep. People feel swollen and inflamed. A lot of Americans suffer from joint and back pain, stomach aches, digestive issues, persistent colds, some of the things that Latoya was talking about in her journey. And there's this magic 3, right? I believe that these 3 things can increase or decrease all of those symptoms that Americans suffer from. So it's blood sugar, it's gut health, and it's inflammation. When we stabilize our blood sugar, magic happens. I mean, it is amazing what stabilizing the blood sugar does for the body. And I am not talking about having to be diabetic or pre-diabetic. Blood sugar is impactful to everybody. I consider myself pretty darn healthy. But when my blood sugar goes up and down and up and down, I become a crazy, mean person. I want to eat everything in sight. And my hormones become crazy too. So for me, just to be able to balance my blood sugar makes me a happier, healthy person. And in terms of gut health, in order to fight off colds, flus, and sickness, It's so imperative that we heal our gut. And I promise you, most people in this country have poor gut. And that is because we're so stressed out, we're so busy, especially as busy professionals. This is a big one. Because we're so stressed out, because we have all of these things that we're juggling with career and activities and family, improving the gut can change everything for the busy professional. And once you get your blood sugar stabilized, once you improve your gut health, then inflammation decreases. And you probably have heard that inflammation causes all major illness: heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, diabetes. Inflammation is at the core. So what I love about Plexus is that our products focus on the magic 3: blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation. Pretty cool, huh? So let's start with the big 2. Let's start with gut health and blood sugar. So 14.8 million Americans suffer from depression, and depression has been linked to poor gut health. Unstable blood sugar, again, you don't have to be pre-diabetic or diabetic to experience this. Unstable blood sugar triggers a stress response in the body. And a stress response in the body is normal when you have an emergency. If you're being chased by a bear, if you're in an accident. But if it's chronic stress every day, day in and day out, your cortisol is going to stay elevated and you are not going to feel yourself. You're going to feel bloated and fatigued and brain foggy and swollen and inflamed. And so that's why I recommend the Plexus Triplex. I recommend this to every single one of my clients. This is what I recommended to Latoya when she first started working with me. And the pink drink is amazing. It's called the Plexus Slim, and it helps with that blood sugar stabilization. The main ingredient is a mineral that most people are deficient in, and that's chromium. It also has alpha-lipoic acid, which is an antioxidant. Antioxidants help fight free radicals in the body, which improve our immune system and help prevent us from feeling ill. And it's sweetened with stevia, which I love because as a former sugar addict, I can tell you there is nothing worse than putting sugar into your body for your overall health and vitality. So I love the pink drink. For busy professionals specifically, what I love most about the pink drink is it's so easy. All you do is put this little packet in some water, you shake it up, and boom, you're done. You can drink it in the car on the way to work. You can drink it at work. You can drink it before work. It takes like 30 seconds. So that's a relief, because the worst thing you can do to a busy professional is tell them one more thing they have to remember to do, right? So the other 2 components of the Triplex are the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. And these 2 products really focus on that gut health. Getting your gut health improved is going to actually make you a more productive busy professional, right? It'll help you get more things done, more things checked off that to-do list. Because when you improve your gut health, that brain fog goes away, that forgetfulness goes away, that anxiety goes away. All of those things are symptoms of your digestive system not being in tip-top shape. So the ProBio 5 infiltrates your gut with positive bacteria. It also has important enzymes that battle against candida and yeast. And then the BioCleanse is a magnesium supplement that helps gather all that waste. I call it the garbage collector. Gathers all that waste in the bloodstream and gets it out of your body. The other thing that I love about the BioCleanse is it oxygenates, and it also has that important mineral magnesium, which helps us stay calm, cool, and collected. And I don't know about you, but I need some more calm, cool, and collectiveness in my busy schedule. So let's talk a little bit about inflammation, because I do feel it's so important. You hear it all over the news, all over the internet, in articles and magazines. You've probably read that chronic inflammation can lead to weight gain, to diabetes, to heart disease, to arthritis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and even cancer. And I really do believe that every American should take an omega supplement. And we're very fortunate in Plexus to have a plant-based omega product. You know, probably one of the worst things you can do as a busy professional is be out and about and have like fishy burpy stuff going on in your mouth as you're going to present to people. So I love that this is plant-based and you don't have to worry about those fish burps or bad breath or any of that. But more importantly is what's in this product, and that's omega 369 plus 5 and 7. And I haven't been able to find a plant-based omega on the market with all of these omegas in there, plus being a plant-based omega, which is really important to me. I love eating plants. I love to get more plants inside my body because they're full of vitamins and minerals and really do help with inflammation. So next up is nutrient deprivation, and Latoya talked about this when she gave her story, just the fact that as busy professionals and you know how we sometimes get stressed out, that stress will decrease important nutrients in our body. And the standard American diet, which is basically meat and coffee, you know, those are like the two staples, lacks a lot of vital nutrients. And especially your B vitamins really get depleted when you're stressed out and you have a really crazy schedule. But X Factor is our Plexus multivitamin. It has aloe in the product, which helps improve vitamin and mineral absorption. You're only as good as what you absorb. And so aloe is like a super food or super substance. It's just amazing. And X Factor also has vitamin D. And let me tell you, this is one of the first things that I talk about with my clients is vitamin D. It's critical for immune function and for energy. If you're not feeling yourself and you just can't figure out why, then you definitely should incorporate vitamin D into your regime as a supplement. And last but not least, Plexus has natural pain relief. And this is important because there are millions of Americans that suffer from pain, and there is nothing worse than feeling pain in your life. And I can tell you, I've been injured just a couple times in my life, and it has been miserable. And most people use over-the-counter pain relievers, and those can cause liver and kidney damage, and they also tear up your gut health. So if you're constantly popping Aleve or ibuprofen, that's going to decrease the amount of positive bacteria in your gut, which can lead to illness. One of the main ingredients in the Ease product, which is our Plexus natural pain reliever, is New Zealand green-lipped mussel. And this ingredient helps decrease inflammation in a big, big way. And then we also have turmeric in there, which you've probably heard of. It's a very strong anti-inflammatory. It's an antioxidant. It's one of the most potent substances on the planet in terms of overall health and preventing illness. So I just love all of our products. I think it's really important to not only stabilize your blood sugar, but also to improve your gut health and to have some form of natural pain relief is critical for Americans, given what we are going through, especially as busy professionals. The one thing that I love about Plexus is that our products hit on all of the main root issues that cause many of the symptoms that I hear when I work with busy professionals in my health coaching business. And the fact that people are exhausted and tired, the fact that people feel moody and impatient and anxious, the fact that people are hurting every day because they're busy and don't have time to take care of themselves, our product line really addresses all of those different things and can help the busy professional become more productive, more happy, and more fulfilled. And I'm going to pass it back over to Latoya, and she's going to actually talk about the Plexus business, because the products are amazing for helping busy professionals feel better. But the business opportunity, as we both have mentioned, is amazing for helping you become even more productive, but also to experience that time freedom. How would it feel to be able to work less but make more money? I think that's probably all of our dreams, right? To spend more time at the beach or at the mountains and less time in the office. And that is certainly accessible with the Plexus business. So I'm going to turn it back over to Toy, and she's going to tell you all about the business.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Kim. I love those two words, time freedom. I mean, that is like worth its weight in gold, to be honest, to have the ability to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want. That's what time freedom is. And a lot of people just don't have that. So this is how Plexus is different in helping you to do that. You might have heard of other companies that you can start from home, but guess what? They want you to put up a bunch of money and carry a whole bunch of inventory, and that's just not the case with Plexus. No requirement to carry any inventory whatsoever. There's also no requirement to host any parties. Love, love, love that. We do webinars and we do events because we just love doing them. They really help people see the big picture, but they're not required. There's also no taking orders. You have a website. And so everyone just goes right to your website. They can order from there. Plexus will ship them the products to whatever address they said they wanted them to be shipped to. So you don't have to go carting all over town with products and taking people's money and all that stuff. I love that about Plexus. The other thing is residual income. There's this saying that if you understand what residual income is, if you truly understand what it is, you would like break through a brick wall trying to get it. And basically that means that you do something once and it pays you over and over again, sometime for years to come. I know that Kim has customers that have been with her since she started 2.5 years ago, and same thing with me. I have some people who started with me that are still with me, and I'm still able to make commissions and passive income as well as residual income off of those efforts that I did a long way back. We also have life-changing products. You guys, this isn't about something that's a want, okay? This isn't about something that people may pick up one day and put down the other. These are consumable products that people need month after month. So they're gonna keep coming back because, as I mentioned, you know, I have family members. My grandmother is one of them. She cannot live without her Plexus. She was making frequent trips to the ER before Plexus. She was in and out of her pharmacy. I mean, they know her by name and she knows them. And now she's not having to do those things like she did before. And we're talking about more than 2 years now where she just feels like a new woman. So a great thing there. There are 3 ways that you can buy Plexus, because I know you're probably thinking, okay, what's the catch? This is the great thing about Plexus. There is no catch. So the first way that you can come in, if you just want to get your feet wet, I don't even like mentioning this one because it's the most expensive way. And I don't know about you, but I love a sale. So retail is a one-time order, but you do get a 60-day money-back guarantee. There's also no minimum to order, and there's no contract. Now, a better way is preferred. I love this way, and I wish I would have wised up sooner, but y'all, I stayed retail for 8 months, and when I go back and calculate how much money I wasted, it just makes me cringe. Preferred, you get an auto shipment, you get a 60-day money-back guarantee still, there's no minimum to order, there's no contract, and you get 10% off of retail, so you're saving money. And then after your 3rd month, you will get 10% off additionally every month thereafter. So it's a really great program for folks. And, you know, I was scared of auto shipment at first, but then I thought about it. Why don't I want my product every single month? You know, a lot of times because I was so busy, I would tell Kim, oh yeah, I'll put in my order. But then breaking news happened that day, or I was sent out of town, or something like that happened at work, and then suddenly I forgot to put my Plexus order in. So preferred is a really great option for busy professionals because you really just don't have time to think about it. I mean, that's the number one reason a lot of my online banking is automatic, because I just don't have time to think about it. So that's a great way. Plus, you still get the 60-day money-back guarantee. Now, wholesale is the best option. You still get convenient ordering. You have a one-time option to purchase a welcome pack, and that's actually cheaper than wholesale, and it's just offered to newbies. There's also no minimum to order. It's the deepest discount that we offer. And get this, you guys, it only costs $34.95 a year in order to have the privilege of buying Plexus products at the cheapest price possible. That floors me alone. It's like a Costco membership, right? And the Costco membership isn't going to help you build a financial wall around your family. It's not going to help change your health from the inside out. I mean, this is huge. When I found this out, I just really couldn't believe it. I think the first thing I said to Kim was, well, $34.95 a month? And she's like, no, once a year. You also have the ability to get paid many, many different ways. So here are some other wholesale perks. You get to help others. You get to improve your health. Again, the cheapest price. And you're also the first to buy our new products. So that's pretty cool too. Our P96 protein powder that we didn't mention, it was so popular, and it still is, that it was on back order for a very long time. And when it came back, ambassadors, those wholesale customers, they were the only people that could get it at first. And so another perk of being a wholesale ambassador. You also get additional income. Kim didn't mention this. She was being very modest, but she was able to walk away from her advertising business. She owned her own business, as she mentioned, and she owns a health coaching business, and she was able to walk away and do this full time. That is phenomenal. You also have a very supportive and loving community. And this is one thing that I didn't really think about, but now some of my best friends like Kim are my Plexus peeps. I love Plexus people. They're the happiest people, and why wouldn't they be happy? They're healthy, they feel good, they feel vibrant, and they're making money. So of course they're like the happiest people, the most supportive people, and it's just a really good sisterhood and brotherhood. So this is why my eyes like bugged out and my jaw dropped when Kim told me about the compensation plan. Plexus pays its ambassadors 11 different ways. Wow. And get this. Not only do you get paid up to 11 different ways, you can also get paid up to 5 times a month. Kim and I both get a check every single Friday, and we also get paid on the 15th of every month. That does not suck. A few of the ways that you get paid: retail and wholesale commissions and rewards. We also have business building and achievement bonuses and pay points. Now, I love pay points. I'm not going to go in depth about that, but I'll just tell you that it's basically profit sharing, and you can get that from day one. Our compensation plan is one that it really rewards people on every single level. You don't have to be a jewel like Kim. She's an Emerald ambassador. You don't have to be a senior Ruby ambassador like I am to make those happen. So if you don't believe me, just take a look at our annual income disclosure statement. This was sent to the IRS. It's our estimated monthly income for each Plexus rank. I want you to look at silver, because that's the first one that most people get in their first month of joining Plexus. They make an average of $422 a month. That is substantial. Think about that. If you had an extra $422 a month, what would you do with that? Would you pay your car note? Would you pay your car off early? I know I did. Would you perhaps pay for a vacation that you and your family have always wanted, and so now you have an extra $422 to kick around to make that happen? Another good rank that I want to jump to is gold and senior golds. They're making a great income, and this is part-time, you guys. So imagine making an extra $1,000 a month or an extra $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year. I don't know about you, but when I was in the working world, because of course I'm a full-time ambassador now, I was getting like a 2% raise. So the idea of 1 month jumping $24,000, the next year or whatever, was just not a reality for me. But in Plexus, you literally can, based off your efforts, double your pay. Your check can get bigger month after month or even week after week. When you start looking at the senior Ruby, which is where I am, now you're really talking about some life-changing money, especially if you're working part-time, $4,303. A lot of people start to retire. In fact, we had a number of teachers on our team and on our sideline teams who are able to retire, and they're not going back to school next year because they've made enough now to cover what they were making as teachers, and in some cases a lot more. Emeralds, this is really life-changing money as well, $9,937 a month. Sapphires get over 20,000, and then diamonds, who are at the top of the company, they're making an average of $36,891 a month. Some people are doing this part-time, but I'll tell you, these numbers are really conservative. A lot of my friends, in fact, I have friends at every single level in this company, and they're making more than what these averages portray. So some really life-changing money. I like to call the emerald, sapphire, and diamonds like gangsta money. So in addition to that, we have a lot of Plexus perks in addition to the money that you will earn from doing this wonderful business. We have trips. I love Leaders Retreat. We're about to go on that later in the year. Last year we went to DC. They literally blocked the streets of DC and had a party for us. It really was just a great time. We had Jewel perform for us, just impromptu. It was awesome. Jewels, also the emerald, sapphire, and diamonds, they get to go to Hawaii every single year. So Kim is going to Kona with her husband, and prayerfully I'll be there with them. And then they also got those great Tiffany bracelets just as another thank you. You can also get cash prizes. The little brown bag that you see at the top there, that's from Bloomingdale's. At Leaders Retreat, you can actually earn a $5,000 shopping spree that's courtesy of Plexus, and guess what? You even get your own personal shopper. So this is certainly a goal of mine this year. And then next week, we're actually going to Vegas for our convention. And you know, I'm a member of the National Association of Black Journalists. It's a great organization, and we have an awesome convention every single year. And I tell you what, it breaks the bank, but it's a lot of fun, and I get to see all my friends from all across the country. But it costs me a couple $1,000s to make that happen every single year. I am not paying a single penny for my Plexus convention. You know why? Because I have these cool contests that reward people for doing what we already do, and that's sharing Plexus. And so I was able to pay for my flight because of Plexus. I also earned my registration back, and I earned enough money to pay for the cost of my hotel. So I literally am going for free. And then one of the coolest perks that people really try to aspire to is to earn that Plexus Lexus. That is for our top 3 levels of the company, and it is pretty awesome. Okay, you guys, so we have a special offer, because I know right now you're like, man, I want to jump on this. And I want you to jump on this because it really is just that great. Whether you want to get in at the cheapest prices just for yourself, or if you really want to see where this can go and share it with others and actually turn this into a business, this is the place to be. We are a very sound company. We are debt-free. We are on the move, and we are just growing month after month. So here's what we're offering. If you sign up as a Plexus ambassador in the next 2 hours, you will receive for free Kim Pollock's 30-day gut happy meal plan, where you will enjoy recipes such as easy egg muffins, butternut squash, tacos, and healthy nachos. And she has pretty much every substitution you can think of that, and they taste pretty good too. I mean, I've had cashew cheese now. I wasn't a big almond milk fan, but now I love almond milk. Kim has some really good recipes. Then on Monday, the 20th of this month, she's starting her 21-day clean eating and workout challenge, and you will learn so much. Plus, you'll get tons of support. You'll have an accountability partner. You'll have access to Kim, who is just phenomenal at what she does. And then you'll also get her Get Well ebook for free. Again, this is a special offer, and it only lasts for 2 hours. So don't want to miss out on that. So remember, what you do today can improve all of your tomorrows. Do not wait to be great. You can do this now. Also, we want to thank you so much, because I know you guys are very busy. Remember to get back to the ambassador that invited you to this webinar with any questions, or to sign up. And don't forget, you have 2 hours to take advantage of that lovely offer from Kim Pollock. That's a lot of stuff, you guys. Plus, you get these amazing products. And remember, if you come in as a customer, you also get a 60-day money-back guarantee. I want to thank you all so much for joining us on behalf of Kim and myself. This really is the opportunity of a lifetime. Just think, what if this could change everything? It has for us. Maybe it could for you too. Good night.